Welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to tackle one of those really tricky but super useful parts of English grammar, talking about regrets. Why do we say, I wish I had done something, instead of something like, I wish I did it? Well, stick around, because we're about to make it all make sense. So let's just jump right in with this fantastic question from a Reddit user. They're asking why we use a past-sounding word like had when we're wishing for something in the present. And you know what? It does feel a little strange, doesn't it? But figuring this out is the key to the whole thing. And yeah, this question really gets to the heart of the puzzle, right? Why on earth does English use the past tense when we're talking about a wish we have right now? It seems backwards, but I promise there's a really cool logic behind it. Okay, here it is, the first big aha moment. When we do this, it's not actually about time. It's a clever little signal we use in English to show that we're talking about something that isn't real. Think of it like a little flag that says, hey, what I'm about to say is imaginary. It's a wish. This whole idea has a name, and it's often called the unreal past. The fancy formal term is the subjunctive mood. So let's break down what that actually means. So, this is where we get into the past subjunctive. It's basically a special mode you put your verbs in. When you use it, you're telling your listener we're now in an alternate reality, a hypothetical one. So we use past tense words, but not to talk about the past. We use them to talk about things that are unreal or just a wish. And here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. In reality, right now, I don't have a new synthesizer. Simple present tense. But the wish, I wish I had one. See that little hop? We took one step back with the verb tense from have to had to signal we've moved from fact to fantasy. All right, but wait a minute. That brings up a huge question, doesn't it? If we're already using the simple past tense to talk about wishes in the present, what do we do when we want to talk about a regret, something that happened in the actual past that we want to change? Well, the logic is actually pretty simple and consistent. To talk about an unreal past, we just have to take one more step back in time with our grammar. And here it is, the magic formula for regret. You use wish, then your subject, and then the past perfect tense. That's had plus the past participle of your verb, like seen, gone, or done. This structure is your go-to tool for expressing a real past regret. Let's walk through it. Step 1, the fact. Yesterday I didn't bring an umbrella. Simple past. Step 2, the feeling. It's pouring rain now and I regret my decision. So step 3, the regret. I take that past fact, didn't bring, and I push it one step further into the past perfect. And I say, I wish I had brought an umbrella. So if there's one thing you take away from this, it's this right here. The past perfect is your key. When you hear someone say, I wish I had done something, that's your unmistakable sign that they're talking about a regret from the past. Okay, theory is great, but the best way to really get this to stick is to see it in action. So let's look at a few more real-world examples. Just look at this pattern. The past reality, I drank way too much last night. The regret becomes, I wish I hadn't drunk so much. See? It's a consistent shift every single time. A simple past fact transforms into a past perfect regret. And it's a totally universal feeling. I mean, even this little guy seems to be having some serious second thoughts. He's definitely wishing he hadn't partied quite so much. This table just lays it all out nice and clear. Think of it like a before and after for regrets. On the left, you've got what actually happened in the past. And on the right, you can see exactly how that action gets converted into a past perfect regret. It shows you're thinking back and wishing for a different outcome. Okay, everyone, this slide right here, this is probably the most important one to lock in. I wish I knew, simple past, is for wish you have right now. But I wish I had known, past perfect, is for a regret about the past. The grammar tells you everything you need to know about when the wish is taking place. And hey, one last little pro tip for you. If you want to make your regret sound stronger, more emotional, maybe a little more dramatic, you can swap out I wish for the phrase if only. It follows the exact same grammar, if only plus the past perfect, but it really punches up that feeling of disappointment. All right, so let's bring it all home. The main thing to remember is this. To talk about a regret, something you wish you could change about your past, your formula is wish plus the past perfect. That's how you signal that you're looking back and imagining a different story. So now, it's your turn. You have the tool. Think about it for a second. In your own life, what's one thing you wish you had done differently? How would you say it using this structure? because actually thinking about it and using it is the absolute best way to make this powerful piece of grammar your own. Thanks for watching.